What is going on, guys? I am Everything Coding, and today I'm going to be teaching you Python 3. So, we're going to start off with installing Python. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to python.org, and you should come up with a website that looks something like this. And basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to the download page, and here's where you're going to pick your version. So, I'm currently using Python 3, and that's what we'll be learning in this, but if you want to download Python 2, then you can go ahead and do that. It's just small changes. I am using Python 3.4, I believe, and I'm not going to go through how to install it, but I am going to walk you through it if you were to install it. So basically, you're going to get a download. You're going to go down to here. You're going to hit the thing. You're going to go down to Files. And you're going to scroll down and find your operating system. So I'm on Windows. Now, what you're going to want to do is if you are on a 64-bit computer, you can do that by going into the Start and hitting the System Properties or something along those lines, and find out if you're 64-bit. If you are 64-bit, you want to download the Windows x86 64 MSI installer. If you are on a 32-bit system, you want to download the Windows x86 MSI installer, and you click that, and it should start the download. And when it's done downloading, you're just going to want to open up the downloads, and you're going to want to go through the installer. Now, it's going to ask you something along the lines of, would you like this program to make changes on your computer or something? You're going to hit yes, and you're going to go through the computer. It's going to just click next a bunch of times. You're going to choose where you want to install your Python, and the default install location is in your C drive, and it's your C drive and then Python 3.4. Now, I know you can't see it. It's because I resized the window so that I can show you up close. But it default installs to C and then Python 3.4. So it's going to ask you what's the stuff you want to install it. You're going to want to check everything. You're going to want to check install the TK. That's install tkinter. And basically that's just a GUI module for Python where you can make cool little windows and applications like that. And there should be another option along something about installing to your path. You're going to want to do that so that when you open up a CMD, you can go ahead and type in Python and it's going to go and open up the Python interpreter. So that's all that adding it to your path does, and that comes in use when you are using an external IDE that's not the Python IDLE. So after it installs, you should be able to go to your Start. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but if you type in Python, you should get this thing called Python IDLE or IDLE Python 3.4. And you're going to want to open that up, and what should pop up, it's loading here, it's going to take a little bit, is this window right here. This is your Python shell. Now I'm just going to minimize this. So basically what your shell is somewhere there you can test certain commands on. So say I want to, that's not print hello world. It's going to show me the output after I give it the input. So if I just do 2 plus 2, it should do 4. Alright, so like I said earlier, the shell is just something where you can test individual commands and it will give you an output for them. Now what you're going to want to do this is cool and all, but eventually you're going to want to write a full script out that can do more than one-liners. So you're going to go to File and New File, and it should open up this file right here. So I'm just going to resize this so that you can see both of them at the same time. And now what this is this is a page you can do as many lines as you want, so you can do this. So I'm just going to press Control S and save this. Now I'm going to save this under desktop into my Python tutorial. I'm going to do hello world, and it automatically saves it as a .py, which is the Python extension. So in this tutorial I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap. Basically all we did was we installed Python, and I am showing you how to use the shell, and now I'm telling you how to use this editor right here. So another thing we are going to be going over in this is just basic writing your first program in Python. Now everybody usually starts off with hello world. That is the universal first thing everybody tries out when learning a new programming language. So in Python, how you would go about doing that is you would type in print, followed by parentheses, open and close, and followed by two quotation marks. Now, it doesn't matter which quotation marks you use. You can use single or double quotes. Both will get the same thing done. It's just make sure that when you want to use a single quote, it has to be ended with a single quote, or if you want to use a double quote, it has to be ended with a double quote. You can't have a double quote and a single quote because that won't work. So I'm just going to print hello world, and now you notice if you press enter it takes you to a new line. Well, you may be wondering how you do that. You're going to go ahead and press run, and you're going to click run module. Now you're going to see it's going to say restart over here, and it's going to give you the output of your program over here. But the shortcut to that is F5, so you don't have to keep pressing run. You can, but it's not necessarily the most efficient thing in the world. So I could just press F5 and boom, it runs it over on the right hand side here. Hello world, which is exactly what we told it to print out to the console. So basically print just tells you you can print anything out to the console over here. So if I give it another thing, I just say Python is the coolest language out there. Well, now if I press F5, it's going to say hello world, and Python is the coolest language out there. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned a little bit. What we went over today was installing Python and how to print things to the console. So make sure you leave a like, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one.